Yo, what's up everyone, Mr. Premps here, and today I'm bringing you a top 5 video. Today's top 5 video is going to be us ranking the Warlords. Now the parameters that are set for this video are for characters that were Warlords before the system was dissolved as a fallout from the Reverie. Now fortunately for me, there was only 5 at the time, so I don't have to think about the other 2 that I'd leave out. Now before I get started, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you're not new here and you haven't subscribed,
you know what HBO mean? No. You get to help a brother out.
Okay, let's get into it. So at number 5, I've gone with Buggy. This is probably a massive shock to everyone, but I'm not joking. Alright, let me be serious. Number 5 is Buggy, which actually probably doesn't shock anyone. Buggy's rise is simply down to hype, and in terms of a one-on-one fight against any of the characters on this list, he's far from impressive. His crew are meant to be quite decent and includes ex-prisoners from Impel Down who have high bounties, so most likely stronger than him. One feat I will give in the favour of Buggy is that his devil fruit is low-key broken, and in the hands of someone else might actually be dangerous, but in terms of ranking on this list, number 5 is his rightful place. At number 4 we have Weevil. Now I know most of you have probably turned off by now, or raging at this as you're thinking, he's meant to be Whitebeard's son. But 1, this is actually not confirmed yet, and 2, we've seen so little from him. Okay, that second point is kind of not true because we know he's said to have defeated around 15 or 16 crews of Whitebeard's allies, which I need to double check. But apart from that, the last we saw from him, he was surrounded by a group of marines, and we don't know the fallout of that, so I'm putting him here. Weevil is obviously strong, and if he wasn't, he would not have made it to be a warlord. But until we see some more of him, I think it's a fair assessment. Plus, he was the most recently appointed warlord, and as I don't think he's reached his peak strength yet, I believe that the others on this list are just that much ahead of him. At number 3 is the pirate empress Boa Hancock. Now Boa is actually the wild card on this list, and I couldn't quite decide between her and Weevil, and in the end I decided to put her over Weevil. We haven't actually seen Boa go all out, and that's a problem for me. Boa's strength is really unknown. We've seen her use her devil fruit to turn people into stone, but how powerful is the fruit? Who knows? What I can say is, being the strongest of an island full of haki users, and being the strongest Kuja warrior has to be a feat in itself. If we add that to the fact that it's been confirmed that Boa has Conqueror's haki, that definitely gives her the edge in this ranking. Hopefully we get to see some more of Boa down the line, but right now number 3 is the right spot for her. Number 2 goes to the former King Kuma. This might be me being biased, but I absolutely stan Kuma. I think in terms of being able to just overwhelm his opponents, he's right up there. We've seen how quick and agile he is, and how OP his devil fruit is, and his feats are difficult to overlook. He can deflect attacks as long as his palms are open. He can basically send you to a completely different island, and we know he protected the Straw Hat's ship in Sabodi till they returned. Kuma is terrifyingly strong, and I hope he gets his memories back in the future, but for the purposes of this video, there's no doubt he's second. Number 1, if you haven't guessed it by now, is Mihawk. This is the world's strongest swordsman. We're talking about the man who would spar with Shanks, the man who doesn't even have a pirate crew. There's not much more that needs to be said about him. Mihawk was even excited at the thought that he'd be able to fight the Marines again. This spot is well and truly deserved, and I don't think many could disagree with me. So there you have it, the top 5 strongest warlords. As mentioned earlier, to all those new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and if you like anything that I've had to say, make sure you hit that thumbs up button too. Safe!